Hi guys, just doing a quick mic check. If you can hear me, please let me know. Okay. All right, it looks like we are good to go. Hello everybody, and welcome. We are doing another vocab lesson today, and I hope you guys stick around for these because these do give you the resources that you need to get those high scores that you want on Phil's Friday mock exams. And of course, if you study this vocab throughout the week, then on Saturday, hopefully, after a week of studying this vocabulary, you'll be able to use it on the group speaking practice that we do each Saturday. Hello, Cheng. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Happy to see you. Are you having a good day today? And this is for everyone while Cheng is writing her answer. As you guys come in, please say hello so I can say hello back to you. We love to have active, interactive people. I already know this is going to be a great class because Cheng is here. Yeah. Just heads up, if you want to improve your speaking on your own, this is your grammar and your vocab. These are the 4 steps that you should follow. The document and everything that you guys will need is in the description. Right down here, you guys can click this link and it will open up the document that we'll be using today. So you guys can copy and paste, steal anything that you like. While you're here, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us out a lot. We are trying to grow the channel, so if you have any friends who want to study IELTS, let them know. And finally, this is a live class, so make sure you guys are live and not watching the past broadcasts just by doing as we did there. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started. We are talking about clothes and consumer goods. So, can you guys tell me what are some categories that we could be talking about? Just as some examples, if we're sticking to clothes, describing clothes, everyday clothes, uniforms. What are some more categories that we can use? And of course, if you guys just want to start telling me start telling me words under these, that's also okay. But I see that there are 5 of us already. Hello, welcome. Yeah, if you guys can tell me some more categories for describing clothes or consumer goods. Or even apparel. So let's make that its own category. Apparel. And by the way, if you don't know what apparel is, and I can totally spell it correctly, these would be things like bags, wallets, purses. I think you could even consider earrings apparel. Okay, daily supplies. Ooh, those are for consumer goods. Thank you, Chang, for another great suggestion. Yeah. So, and again, this is to see what words you guys already know. Hello, welcome. We have describing clothes, everyday clothes, uniforms, apparel, daily supplies. Any other categories that you guys can think of right now? So I'm thinking about clothes that you would be wearing at times. So everyday clothes would be one example. Food? Maybe. Yeah, we can throw food on here. Okay, let's get started with some of these categories, since I know that's what you guys are really here for. So if you're describing clothes, if you wanted to use certain adjectives, some really good collocations that you can have is everything is bold. Why? Okay. You could be smartly dressed. He looks quite stunning in his gray suit. Colorful clothes. And I laugh a little bit at this one because people are always trying to use the adjective colorful, but we really mostly use it literally. So colorful clothes, colorful paints. If you guys want to know things that you can use that are not literal, colorful language is a synonym that means like swearing. He has a colorful personality. No, that's weird. A colorful outlook on life. No, that's weird too. So this would be non-literal. Okay. If we were going to describe the clothes themselves, we could say they are elegant, fancy, expensive looking clothes. Words that may not be so popular. Ooh, casual. Nice. Welcome. Flashy. Those are great. And hello, Rashitha. And hello, Nam. Welcome. Plain clothes. Yes. If clothes are plain, that means that they're boring. But we could also have another definition, like it's a plain clothes officer. And so what this means is a police officer who is undercover / not in uniform. So be careful of plainclothes officers, because they'll be looking for you to break the law. Formal, yes. So just to give some examples of this one, a formal ball gown. Though I have a feeling most of you guys don't wear formal ball gowns, just generally. So for a guy, it's a tuxedo. Is very formal. Ooh. Untidy V-neck. These are great. Let me throw these up here. Natty, you know what? That sounds familiar. So let me put some of these up. Untidily. So he is always untidily dressed. He has quite eccentric attire. That's great. Let's actually, I think we have another category here. This will be actual clothes. So he's wearing, she's wearing a blouse. She's wearing a low-cut V-neck t-shirt. She's wearing a cute summer dress. He's wearing, what are some things that guys wear? Ooh, dapper. I like dapper. He looks quite dapper in that fancy hat. Oh, that's another category. Oh man, hats. So we have actual clothes. Hats. There are so many different kinds of hats. We have caps. We have baseball caps. We have helmets, bike, construction, motorcycle. I hope that this puts images in your head of each one. We have fedoras. I used to think that I looked quite dapper in a fedora. These are fedoras. Unfortunately, I did not look as good as I thought I did. Tuxedo, nice. These are things that men wear. To the wedding. What are some more actual clothes? And by the way, the reason why I want to point this out to you guys is because, like, a lot of times people are very general in the clothes that they say. So if you actually say the name of a clothes, that will raise your vocab score. If you have to talk about clothes, or even if you're describing someone. Like, if you're describing a person who you know, if you say how they usually dress, that's vocab right there. An extravagant dress, I like that. Fashionably. Okay. She always dresses fashionably. She wouldn't be caught dead with anything that looked bad on her or was from last season. Okay. So here's what I hope is a new set phrase, a new idiomatic expression that you can steal. She wouldn't be caught dead with or in anything that looked bad on her or was from last season. Nice. Yeah, an outfit. Let's see. So what else do guys wear? What else do girls wear? Let me give you another one up here. Vest. And by the way, if there's any words that you don't know, please let me know, and I will be happy to explain them to you. Because if you don't know, that means that other people watching probably also don't have this vocab, and I can help you out. Do you guys know what a vest is? In the cold. So we have a heavy winter coat, a scarf, and woolen mittens, thick winter gloves. Let's see, thermal underwear. Oh man, thermal underwear is the best when you live in someplace cold. I don't know how many of you guys actually live in really cold places, but there was some time when I lived in a really warm place. I lived in Guilin, which is a city in southern China, and then I went up to Harbin, which is like the most coldest place in China, way, way up north, 8 hours north of Beijing. And the person who I was staying with was like, make sure you have good thermal underwear. And it changed my life. Like, it was so warm and comfortable. I was never cold ever again when I wore it back in Guilin during the cold, wet winters. Oh man, it's the best. And hello Uzal, welcome. Glad to see you. He wears a kilt to the festival. We wear a traditional Punjabi but casual shirt. Okay. Pants in official decorum in summer sessions. Prescribes certain attires. Let's fix that up a little bit for you, Uzal. And let me also throw in a couple more that people had said. Rashitha says, workout clothes, sportswear. That's 100% true. Sportswear or workout clothes. Let's see. A t-shirt. Athletic shorts. Okay. Nice. A t-shirt, athletic shorts, let's see, what else? Running shoes. Which brings us to another thing, which is footwear. There aren't too many here. You have running shoes, basketball shoes. You also have cleats, and then boots. So these could be rain boots, hiking boots, okay, work boots. Sorry, it's not boats, it's boots. I can spell. And these are both sneakers. Work shoes. Oh man, work shoes. I have a story about that one. So I live in Taiwan, right? And I'm like a giant here. I have not met many people who are my size. I'm 6'2". I'm 188 centimeters. And it was impossible for me to find any place that sold shoes that were my size. Yes. High top shoes, nice. Ooh, fitted clothes. Fitted clothes are my absolute favorite. High top shoes. Let me also add some women's shoes here. We have sandals. We have high heels. We have platforms. Okay. Do any of the ladies who are watching this stream have a shoe problem? My girlfriend definitely does. I had to throw away a bag of shoes. We had the biggest bag possible that we could use to throw away things here in Taipei, and I had to fill up the entire bag with shoes and carry it to the garbage. There were just so many shoes. Anybody else love to go shoe shopping? There we go. I love shoe shopping. Whenever I go out, I can't help but bring home a new pair. Actually, this is not how people go shoe shopping anymore, is it? Which is, I love buying new shoes online, right? This is great, as most of these companies have fantastic return policies. If I don't like it for any reason, they look bad, they don't fit, I can send them back for a new pair. Okay. Just to give you one more thing that you could say, or store credit, or a full refund. See, even if you're even if you are not an avid shoe shopper, we got good vocab here for you guys. Store credit, a full refund. These are great words to know. Yeah. How many of you guys buy shoes online? Don't lie. This is a safe place. We won't share your secrets here. So sandals. Yep. Flip flops. I almost forgot about flip flops. Okay. Flip flops and sandals are very similar. Flip flops generally are a bit. Flip flops are generally a bit considered cheaper and more gender neutral. Sandals, you know, guys can say that they wear sandals, but more often they'll say that they wear flip-flops. Though flip-flops are generally cheaper, like what you wear when you're at the swimming pool or inside your house in Asia. By the way, one other thing that we're forgetting about is brand names. Let me tell you one of my favorite brand names for sandals, and that's Birkenstocks. Has anyone bought Birkenstocks before? I bought them for the first time here in Taiwan, and they were amazing. They were so comfortable. Your feet kind of sunk into them, and they were the most amazing shoes. Let me see if I can share with you guys a picture. Yeah, so these are what Birkenstocks look like. And they are extremely comfortable shoes, but they are brand name, so they're quite pricey. Unfortunately, I wore this pair for ages, and then they were getting pretty dirty on the sole of the soles were getting quite dirty, and I tried to wash them with water. Oh man, that was an unfortunate decision. It wasn't a wise thing to do. They instantly started smelling and growing mushrooms. I had to throw them out. By the way, if you guys have any of your own that you want to throw in here, I'll be happy to change them. Okay, Crocs. That is another great one. I have never worn Crocs, but I know that they're super popular. Some people don't call them real shoes, but these are Crocs. Okay. We will probably resume the listening and reading and writing classes. Actually, if you're talking about the writing classes, we're changing the schedule a little bit this upcoming week because me and Phil are switching on and off for the group speaking classes. So next week, Phil will actually be leading the group speaking class. But because he's busy on Saturday, it's going to be Wednesday. So this upcoming Wednesday, we haven't updated the schedule on the website yet. But on the 18th, actually we did. On the 18th, Phil will actually be doing student corrections, writing student corrections. We have some writings that you guys have sent to us. Phil will be doing some of those. And then we'll have a speaking video on Saturday. So make sure that you guys stop by. If you want to see more writing, this is important. If you want to see more writing content on this channel, we need to have proof that it's popular. The reason why we cut back to speaking, vocab, and mock exams was because these were the things that we knew were popular. Lots of people came for them. If you guys really want to see more writing or other things, make sure you guys come Wednesday at 8 o'clock and say, Phil, we want the other stuff back. Give us like buttons, leave comments, say please bring all these things back, and we would be happy to. But we need to see that people want this stuff. So if you want more writing stuff, make sure you come here Wednesday at 8. Okay. Let's see what you guys have been saying though. I have never heard of that, Raghav. Sogni? Let me write that down. Let me see what kind of shoe this is. I have never seen that before. Is it a French brand? No, it looks like it's a word. Dressed very elegantly. Songne. Swangier. Okay, this is an English word. And it means well-groomed, dressed very elegantly. I have never heard this word before in my life, but it is a real English word. So let me put that up here for another way to describe elegant, fancy, and well-groomed. Gently dressed. Nice. Okay. Ah, we've got a bunch of them. Okay. So Uzal says online shopping is dangerous as more fraudsters are doing business virtually in Bangladesh. That is a great sentence to say, and I'm very sorry for you because it's a really popular thing here. So let me throw that up. Uzal, there's nothing wrong with this sentence. It's perfect as is. Virtually. Okay. So you could, Uzal, I hope you go into a little bit more detail here. How do they defraud you? How do they trick you? What do they do? Do they just take your money and run, or do they give you cheap products? Yeah. Jalen says, I love Birkin. Yes, Birkenstocks are the best. Just make sure you don't get them wet. I wish I had known that before. Raghav's brother brought Crocs. I hope that, tell me if they're any good. Debonair. And Chang had a bunch of shoe brands. Yes. Let me just make a new category here. Okay, and I'll just throw the ones up here that I've heard so far. I heard of Nike and Adidas. I hadn't heard of Keds. It's funny how this turned into clothes became just shoes. Let's talk about clothes. Crickets. No one knows vocabulary. Let's talk about shoes. Oh my god, I know so many words. Yes. Okay. Yes, these are great. These are fantastic. If you are describing a brand, having some sentence frames would be useful. I love Nike shoes. They are so comfortable. And actually, they can be used as an investment. I buy some limited edition shoes and wait for the price to rise as collectors try to get them. Does anyone do this? This is actually really popular for young people in Taiwan. I've never been into shoes. Like, I will buy a pair of shoes and I will wear them until they die. I will wear my shoes for basically 2 years until there's nothing left. And basically they break apart. Studs, Raghav, that's great. It's another way to say cleats. And actually this goes under sportswear. There's a few sportswear that we forgot to add. We could say swimming trunks or a swimsuit. And actually, apparently, we use different words in UK and America for describing what we wear to go swimming. So you can ask Phil what he says. And of course, we have cleats. This is for football, soccer, and baseball. We also have shin guards and long soccer socks. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job with a broad range. Again, you guys can look over this entire document right here. Just click this link and you'll be able to see the whole thing. And copy and paste whatever you like. Find some sentences. Let's go down and actually make some sentences now. Let me think if there's anything else. We can describe the piece of clothing. We have a bunch of words. We can describe how people look in the clothes. Yep. We've described some actual clothes, though we don't have too many. I hope you guys keep learning more words to describe the clothes themselves. Hats, what you wear in the cold, workouts. Oh, okay. Just for uniforms, I'll just give you a couple collocations here. You can have a school uniform. Did anyone have to wear a school uniform when you were in high school or elementary school? Like in the West, in America, school uniforms are really only used at private schools. But I know in many other countries they're a lot more common. A work uniform. So you could have a uniform, a Starbucks uniform is the Starbucks shirt and black pants with the Starbucks baseball cap. Cap to top it off. Okay. Maybe you have to wear an apron. Yeah, you guys loved talking about shoes. Yeah. And food, okay. So what we're going to do, because we've got so many people right here, Uzal says they provide low brand products, procrastinate to deliver, and let the cart out of the box, but lag behind in professionalism. Okay, let's fix some of those. Thank you, Uzal, so much for putting whole sentences here. I like it. Let's put it up here and fix it, because this is why you guys are here, right? Is to learn the right way to say things. We're going to change some of the words a bit. And I'll put what he wrote originally right here below it. So they provide off-brand products. And procrastinate delivery. Procrastinate is something that people do. And take a long time to deliver. To let the cat out of the bag. In English we say out of the bag. They are lagging behind in professionalism. Now, this is a little bit strange to say, because when you let the cat out of the bag, that's when you like reveal a secret, right? But you already said that it's dangerous and filled with fraudsters. So if you say this again at the end, it's weird to say yes. Okay. Great idiom. Letting the cat out of the bag is a great idiom. But knowing the appropriate time to use the high-level vocab and the idiomatic expressions is just as important as knowing what they mean. So, great job. Uzal, thank you so much for putting that in. And I do want to highlight off-brand or knock-off products. I can't believe we didn't say that before. That's a great one. So we'll put this under brands, but you can have an off-brand product. So this is a real product that has no brand name. Or you could have a knockoff. So I have a knockoff Gucci bag. The G on my bag is actually a C. I picked it up at one of the underground gray markets. So it is of the exact same quality, but they aren't allowed to put the official brand name on it without getting in trouble. Yeah, this is great. Filled with good stuff. A knockoff Gucci bag, a knockoff jersey, the underground gray markets. Gray markets are different from black markets. Black markets are where you buy illegal things, like drugs or other things. A gray market is a place where they sell the brand name products, but so like they're made from the same factory, but they're not sold under the brand name, so they can't have the real name on it. Have anybody ever bought anything anybody ever buy a knockoff, a brand name? Maybe a knockoff watch. What's the famous watch company? I forgot off the top of my head. Or at a underground gray market or underground black market. Whoa, anyone interact with criminals? And by the way, without getting into trouble is a nice turn of phrase that's useful in many situations. I was able to break a family heirloom without getting into trouble because I said the dog did it. This company does so many illegal things without getting into trouble because the politicians are in their pocket. Without getting in trouble is a great turn of phrase. Okay, Uzal's got another one. I dress up with school design uniform. So thank you again for putting this up. And after this, we're going to move to the speaking part. I know that's this part you guys really care about. And then we'll do the writing task 2 part at the end. So let me throw Uzal's up here. Again, if anybody else has any things that they want to test out, just let me know. Okay. Okay. So, I used to dress up in the designated school uniform. You would probably say when I was in middle school. We wore a white shirt. Or it was a white shirt. And navy blue pants? Were they blue jeans? Pants. Our counterparts. I mean, the girls were orange forks. Not sure what orange forks means. They looked like butterflies. This is actually great. And we poked them. Just kidding. We can just get rid of that. They looked like butterflies. This is something that I really want to praise, by the way. When you can say what something looks like, that's great. Great vocab, great grammar right there. And Chang, thank you for putting that in here. Let's put that up here too. Okay, he is head over heels. Whenever. Okay, he is head over heels whenever he wears. Sorry, is he head over heels a girl who is wearing high top heels? Or does he trip every time he tries to wear them? So let's fix this both ways. He is head over heels whoever is wearing high top heels. Okay. He trips head over heels anytime he tries to wear high top heels. So these are two different meanings of head over heels. This one means that you fall in love with. This one means that you trip. It is how you trip. Okay. So you have two great sentences here for head over heels. Again, this one means in love. And this one means how he trips. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to the next section. And one last thing. I keep thinking of another thing to say. Let's just move on. Okay. There's just so many little mistakes that I know about. Okay, so we're going to go here. to Clothes and Consumer Goods Speaking Part 1. If you guys have been here before, you know how this goes. What you need to do is come up with Part 1 speaking questions that you may have to answer about various topics. So, can you guys start thinking of questions, Part 1 questions, and then we'll put them up. I'll give you guys a minute to start thinking. And just to give you an example, what do you normally wear? So I need you guys to think of questions. We'll answer them after we think of them. So please type in chat. Give me some beautiful questions that I can copy and paste up here. And speaking part 1. If you say a speaking part 3 question, I'll copy and paste it down where it belongs. But I want to focus on the speaking part 1 first. All right, guys, give me your best questions. Also, while you guys are typing, I want to remind you guys that we do have a Discord channel that's been really popular. I see people on here talking about making times to practice chatting. So I hope you guys maybe meet up after the live stream. That's really the best time to say hi and get someone, because the people are actually on after the live stream. So don't forget to go over and check that out afterwards. Okay, looks like we've got a ton of great ones. Bye, hello. Happy to see you. Okay, do you always wear the same types of clothes? Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Do you always wear... I'm so glad that I didn't teach the thing, which was basically when you're describing what someone's wearing, it's almost always present continuous or present progressive, like he is wearing. But in this situation, because you say always, it would be present simple. Okay. Do you think about clothes do you think that clothes describe our personality traits? That nom is definitely a part 3 question. So let's put that up there. We'll come back to it later. Uzal, that is also a part 3. So let me throw that up. We'll come back to it later. All right. Remember, part 1 questions are about you and your experiences. Raghav, that's a great one. Okay. Do you wear jeans a lot? Similar, but not exactly the same. Do you like wearing jeans? By the way, if you don't know what jeans are made of denim. So denim jeans. And they look like this. These are jeans. Okay. Really popular in the States. Ahmad, according to the occasion, I'm not sure what that's connected to. Based on the occasion, do you prefer classical or casual wear? Nice. Do you prefer casual or... It was casual or classical or classic wear? Probably formal wear. Classic wear is not quite the same. Okay. What is your favorite style? What is your favorite wear style? So what is your favorite style? Style of clothes. What style clothes do you wear? Nice, nice. And don't forget, this can also be about shoes, consumer goods. This could also be about apparel, like earrings, purses, things that you carry, part of your outfit. Your outfit isn't only your clothes. So give me some more questions. These are great. Just keep them coming. I know you guys can come up with more. And I'll give you guys another 2 minutes for this. Whoa, 17 people. So many. Hello, everybody. What we're doing right now, for any people who've just joined, you guys are coming up with questions that you think you would probably see on speaking part 1 of the IELTS exam. So these could be about clothes, consumer goods. We were talking earlier about things that you carry, any part of your outfit, really. Yeah, welcome. Happy to see so many people over. Come on, guys. You guys can come up with more. I scared them away. 2 people came in, found out what this is about, and they're like, okay, this is not my cup of tea. Goodbye. All right. Ahmed, awesome. Do you choose your clothes based on inspiration from a public? Okay. Okay, Ahmed, I'm going to change the wording a little bit. Do you copy anyone's style for inspiration for your own wardrobe? And I will tell you now, this I typed this up because I love this question. This is fantastic. But part 1 will always have simpler questions, so you wouldn't actually see a question this complicated. But I love this question, so it's going up here. And I hope you guys practice answering it. It's great. Okay. Do you wear any accessories? And a new person, welcome Yen. Are there many clothes shops in your city? Nice. And that is kind of inspiring me of putting down another one up here, which is, where do you get your clothes? Don't forget, would you ever is another type of IELTS, another type of question, a sentence frame that you would normally see on the test. So if you guys can think of any would you questions, would you ever, it might help you in preparation. So do you wear any accessories? Do you prefer summer or winter clothes? I like that one. And me personally, I prefer summer clothes. Actually, I don't have a preference. I don't care about my clothes at all. So would you ever, have you ever? If you guys can think of questions about clothes or shoes or accessories with have you ever or would you ever, feel free to throw them up here. And you guys are on fire here. I love this. This is great. There are so many great questions here. Okay. So just as an example, okay, Uzal says, where do you frequently buy computer accessories? Let's keep this to like clothing accessories. So clothing accessories would be like your keychain holder, your earrings, your backpack, your bag, your purse, your wallet. If you're a girl, maybe makeup. Have you ever made your own clothes? Oh man. Have you ever made your own clothes? I like that one. No, I haven't. Where do you frequently buy your cell phone accessories? So I'm going to change it a little bit because I would call a cell phone accessory like an accessory of your outfit. Like if you get a case that makes your cell phone look cute, or if it protects your cell phone more than the normal case, that would be an accessory that's part of your outfit because people can see it when you take it out. Have you ever given your clothes to someone? Have you ever donated your clothes? Or have you ever had to wear hand-me-downs? Do you know what hand-me-downs are? I don't think I spelled this correctly. Give me one sec. Hand-me-downs are great. Ham trio. Nope. What is this? Hand-me-downs. Here we go. Hand-me-downs are clothes that you got from usually an older brother or sister. Okay. Have you ever tried to buy clothes delivered from outside the country? Okay. I'm going to change that to a little bit higher level. Have you ever bought imported clothes? Nice. Fancy. These are great. You guys did a great job here. I'm just going to ask for one more thing before we start answering these. Would you ever? Can you guys think of any would you ever questions about clothes, shoes, or accessories? Would you ever wear a winter sweater that your aunt gave you as a gift outside in public? So I don't know if you guys have this, but in America, Christmas is very big. And so oftentimes your aunts and uncles will give you really ugly sweaters or really ugly clothes for the holidays. And you can't return them. And I don't know about you, but I never wear them in public because they're so ugly. They're like Christmas themed, so you would only be able to wear them at Christmas time. They might be warm and comfortable, but they're not something you would be caught dead in out in public. So do you guys have that situation? Do you ever get clothes that you can't do? Would you ever give your unused clothes to the poor? So that's right here, donate your clothes. This is how we would say it, but that's a great thing. Would you ever donate your clothes? Yeah, nice. Okay, guys. So what happens next is you guys go through these and write up some answers in chat. While you guys are doing that, and then of course you put it in chat and I will fix it for you. I'll fix the grammar, I'll fix the vocab, make sure that it sounds absolutely perfect. While you guys are doing that, are there any of these questions that you would like me to answer? Do any of them look difficult to answer, or you just want to hear a funny story about me? So I'll give you guys 2 minutes to start writing your own answers. You guys can choose any of these questions to answer. And of course, if there's more questions you guys have, you can put them up here. Ooh, I'll add one more. That's kind of like, what do you normally wear? Is there anything that you've only worn once? Oh, I like this one. Is there anything that you've only worn once? Okay. Okay, Jalen. And bye. Okay. Jalen, let me throw your question into part 3 where it belongs. It could be a part 1 question, but it really, that sounds a lot more like part 1, part 3. Do you often buy clothes? Yes. Do you often wear clothes? No, I don't often wear clothes. I hate them. Would you ever buy clothes? Okay, so Jalen, let me throw that up here. And actually, do you often buy clothes? I'm so glad that you put that one up here, because I actually have we have a video on the IELTS Grind. If you guys want to listen to some high level answers, we have a video that is talking about clothes. Oh my goodness. How could they not put it at the front? Okay. We have a video about clothes. I hope you guys check out our catalog. We have so many videos. And I'm not just talking about live streams. I'm talking about like videos. About everything. Lots of speaking stuff too. So, oh, socks. It was socks. We have some great videos about socks. Ah, geez. YouTube algorithm. I typed in exactly what it's about. Okay. Well, anyway, we have some great videos. I hope you check them out. Yeah. And, wow, you guys are just coming up with more and more of these. let me throw these up. Buys was also here. Would you ever buy the same clothes in a different color? Yes, I've done that many times because I'm lazy and I hate buying clothes. Yeah, let me throw some more of these questions up here. But remember, guys, I want you guys to start answering the questions. So, if you guys want to start putting your answers up here in the chat, and I will start fixing them for you. Ooh, Jalen, you are on fire with these. Do you have your favorite pair of jeans that you hang on to? I would probably change this to a favorite, or an old favorite pair of jeans. A favorite old pair of jeans, a favorite pair of jeans that you hang on to. Or do you have an old sweater that you hang on to? Nice. These are great. Okay. And Ahmed, you can choose any question you want. If there's a tough question that you want to try to put your answer in, that's fine. If there's an easy question that you would want to put on, that's also okay. Would you ever spend a lot of money on clothes? I hope you guys see that I am changing these. A lot of students, they don't see the change and they think that they put it in perfectly. It's not quite perfect. So I am making changes here. What is the lifetime? ABCI, yes, that's great. What is the lifetime of your pieces of clothes? Yep. Nice. And there was one more part 3 question that we're going to put over here. Because do men and women have the same view of clothing? That is definitely a part 3 question. All right, Chang's number 1 with her answer. Do you copy anyone's style for inspiration of your own wardrobe? Let's see. Let's see how Chang did. Because this is a question that I just think is fantastic. Whoever came up with it is a genius. I love it. Okay. So, here. Yes, when I was in college, I tended to copy my roommate's style of clothing. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete this. My roommate's style. However, I finally found out the fact that what I love might not be most suitable for me. Oh no, Chang, I'm so sorry. We would change this to eventually. So eventually and finally are a little bit different. A lot of people don't see the difference. Finally means at the end. Eventually means after a long time. So I eventually, that means after a long time, I found out that what I love might not, that the clothes I love, that what I love might not be, might not look the best on me. Okay. This is how I would say it. Chang, thank you so much for being brave and putting your answer out here, especially since it is so funny and so sad. Chang, I'm so sorry. I would probably say the same thing, but I don't care enough about how I look to to ever realize this. Here's a little funny story before I get to the next person. And again, please type your answers up here, just like Cheng did. This is why you guys are here, is for me to fix your grammar and vocab. But so when I was in China, I loved to eat. I loved the food in China. Every province had its own food, and every province's food was in the city that I was living in, since it was a touristy place. And oh man, I ate so much, and it was so delicious. But the thing was, I got really fat, and I didn't know that I got fat. I went back to America to visit my family for 6 weeks, and I was taking a very intense 4-week training course. And so at the beginning of my trip, I went and I saw my family, had a family reunion. Everyone said, "Oh, Michael, so good to see you," gave me hugs, got to see everyone. It was great. Then, 4 weeks later, after eating very little food because I was so stressed out by this training camp, I lost a lot of weight. And I went to a family reunion before I went back to China, or before I went to Taiwan, actually. And the thing was, the second time, at that second family reunion, all of my family members came up to me and they said, "Michael, you've lost so much weight." And my answer was, "I was fat? Nobody told me I was fat." So yes, I am completely oblivious. I never know what I look like or anything like that. Luckily, I'm naturally handsome. All right, guys. Hello, welcome. It's time for you guys to give some answers to these questions. Don't worry about being late. Just give us an answer. So I hope that you guys were writing answers while I told you that story. Yeah. Can you guys please give me more answers for these things so I can help you out? We'll probably do this for another 10 minutes, and then we'll move on to part 3, the difficult part. So again, I'll give you guys another 2 minutes. I won't say anything, and I'll let you guys write some answers. Again, remember, you guys can see the whole list right down here at the bottom. Just click the link, and then you can see everything. Just scroll down to the questions. Try to come up with an answer. Okay. Also, if you guys wouldn't mind telling me the question that you're answering, Jaylin, that seems perfectly fine. Let me throw it up here. I like casual clothes such as t-shirts and jeans. Nice. Jaylin, which question were you answering? Okay, Jalen, I think I'm just going to add a new question. What clothes do you like to wear? And I can just throw this in. Jalen, no! You removed your question, your answer. Your answer was perfectly fine. I like to wear jeans and a casual t-shirt. This is what I think that you said, Jalen. Jeans with a casual t-shirt. I don't want to have to think too much about what I have to wear. Okay. I want to point out some things I did with what I think Jalen said. With a casual t-shirt. So with goes really well when you're talking about clothes, because you're saying this is the main part of your clothes, and then this is something that you wear with it because it matches. And then just a high level thing that you can add just to have another detail there. I don't want to have to think too much about what I have to wear. So this outfit is perfect. Okay. I see, Jalen. I see what you did there. I'm glad that you changed your answer to make sure that you're answering a question that was up there. And Jalen, that's a really common thing that a lot of students have trouble with. They hear one answer and they answer a different question. They hear one question and they answer a different question. So yep, this is a much better match to what do you normally wear. I normally wear casual clothes, such as t-shirts and jeans. Perfect. Luckily, I don't need to wear anything formal for work, so I can wear these casual clothes almost every day. So this part right here, I'm super jealous of. I keep ending up working at places that have a dress code. Like, I would love to become like a programmer just so that I can wear whatever I want at work. I hate having to wear business casual or formal clothes. Okay, In has another one. Let's throw this up. In, fantastic. I like to wear casual. Okay. So I'll put this under what clothes do you like to wear? It's a good thing that I added this question here. So just a few things that I'm going to be adding here. I like to wear casual clothes, which I normally do while staying at home or in my free time. But at work, I have to look professional, so I have to wear elegant clothes. Okay, elegant clothes are going to be clothes that are like, so okay, one last thing. So I have to wear, don't forget your subject here. A lot of students like in Chinese, as just one example, in Chinese you don't need your subject all the time. In English you always need your subject, so don't forget the I. I have to wear elegant clothes. Elegant is I don't think this is quite the right word. I mean, it depends on what your job is. Can you tell us your job? Like elegant clothes, think about this. If you had to go to a very fancy party, like I'm not talking like a club or like a dance party or like a college party. I'm talking about like the type of party that Elon Musk would go to, or like a very rich person's party. Then you would wear elegant clothes. I think you probably are going to say So I have to wear professional clothes or formal clothes. It depends on what your job is. Okay. I mean, you might be someone who has a job that you have to wear elegant clothes. Maybe you're a singer. A singer would have to wear elegant clothes. Okay. Uzal says, I usually wear casual apparel like shorts when I stay at home. While I need to go outside, I wear time-befitting dress. Okay, Uzal, thank you so much for putting this out here. Let's fix it up a little bit. Okay. So I usually wear casual apparel like shorts when I stay at home. Okay. This first part, perfect, fantastic, wouldn't change a thing. Here, I would change this to when I need to go outside, I wear clothes befitting the occasion. Befitting is almost too... You wouldn't use that word naturally in part one when you're talking about yourself. Also, befitting the occasion... Fitting the occasion. This would be correct grammar, but it would still be, it's a little bit too stuffy to say. So instead, I would say, when I need to go outside, I wear the clothes I need for the day. For example, I'll wear a suit and tie for work or athletic wear if I'm going jogging. Okay, one last thing. I'm going to change this a little bit. When I need to go out, there's a little bit of a difference between go out versus go outside. Go outside means you're literally leaving the house. Usually to stay outside. If you go outside, the sun will touch your skin. The sun will see you, you will smell the trees, you will hear the birds, you're outside. When you go out, this means that you're leaving your house. Usually to go somewhere. I'm going to go out and see some friends. I'm going to go out and go to work. I'm going to go out and grab dinner. So go out, I think, would be a little bit better here. Okay. Uzal, thank you so much for putting that in there. That was perfect. Okay. So comfortable and relaxed for Jaylin. Let's put that up here. This is a little bit Chinglishy. Sorry, I use this because I mostly teach Chinese speakers. Jaylin, I don't know actually where you're from. So Jaylin is saying, then casual clothes make us feel comfortable. This is weird. And more comfortable and relaxed, again, also a little weird. To change this, if you're adding an extra detail here, I would probably say these casual clothes are perfect for me because I feel comfortable in them and I'm able to relax. This is how I would change the phrases here. So like this is an example where the grammar isn't wrong, it's just really weird to say. This is what a native speaker would probably say. Okay, Jaylin, you're on fire. Thanks so much for putting all these out here. Going up next for Cheng, and then after this we're going to move on to part 3, because I know that's what you guys really want to talk about here. So, Cheng, would you ever donate clothes? Let's go down to the fun ones. Okay. Yes, of course. I'll donate my clothes to the church mostly. And since I set a rule of shopping for myself. Okay. And since I set a rule for shopping for myself, that only if I enter my clothes wardrobe should I buy a new one. Okay. Chang, I like this. we do need to change what we see here a little bit. Yep. So, sorry, just one sec. Here we go. Yes, of course, I donate my clothes to the church mostly. This was perfect. And since I set a rule of shopping for myself that if I empty... Okay. And I don't actually... And I do it quite often, actually, as I've set a new shopping rule for myself. I will only buy new clothes for my wardrobe if I make room for it by tossing or donating an old piece of clothing. Some old clothes. Okay. This is what I would say for the details here. And that's a really good rule. Yeah, my girlfriend actually has a very similar rule, but she doesn't always follow it. Yes, I will only buy new clothes for my wardrobe if I make room for it. If I make room for it by tossing or donating some old clothes. Okay, nice. And well, that's the thing. This is yeah, no problem, Chang. Thanks for the submission. And dress code, Jalen says a dress code. So Jalen, which question were you answering? And if you want, I will give you one to focus on. Have you ever, so I want you guys to try to answer this one. Have you ever had to wear hand-me-downs? Have you ever had to wear hand-me-downs? So go ahead, give some answers to this while I get from Jalen which one you were trying to answer. Actually, you know what? We do need to keep moving on. So let's go down to part 3. Speaking part 3, we already have some great questions here. I'm going to give you guys another 2 minutes to think of more questions to answer, and then we'll dive in deep. Remember, speaking part 3 questions are going to be about an abstract topic. So here, do you think that clothes describe our personality traits? I'm going to change this one a little bit. Do you think it's possible to tell a person's personality based on what they wear? Okay. So I'm changing this one a little bit. And then I'm going to have one more. Do our clothes influence our mood? And does our mood influence what we wear? So these are all kind of connected to this one. These are just more specific. Okay. So we have 4 questions. Why is consumerism affecting society at large? Ooh, this would be something that you would see at the end. Still there, just near the end. Do you think men and women have the same view of clothing? This is nice. This would be probably near the beginning. And do you think the clothes we wear say something about who we are? Ooh, this is even better than the ones that I was saying. So this is very similar to up here, though it's a little bit different. Yes. Do you think the clothes we wear say something about who we are? Yeah, that's a great question. So I need you guys to take 1 or 2 minutes to think of more part 3 questions. Think of more of these abstract questions, and then we'll get to answering them. This is the fun part. This is the part that most of you guys really want help with. So write some questions, answer some questions, and we'll do it. Let's go. Also, while you guys are here, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us a lot. And share it if you really liked it with other friends you know working on their IELTS exam, because we are trying to grow this channel. The more people we have, the more questions and answers we'll be able to get. Okay, so please give me some more questions here, and then give your own answers if you can't think of any questions. Remember, guys, this is the chance to try out some answers that you might be able to use on Phil's Friday mock exam, or on a speaking class, or with each other. So go ahead, give me some more of them questions, and give me some more of them answers. And then I will make them beautiful for you. Okay. So, remember, please tell me what question you're answering when you do put this up here. Because your answer is not quite about any of these questions. So this is specifically about a person's personality. Or say something about who we are. This is very abstract. This is not saying we are nurses. This means like what kind of person you are. Are you a good person? Are you a bad person? Are you a messy person? So in your grammar and vocab was fine, but I'm not sure what you're trying to answer. So I'll add one more question here, just so that In's answer can have a question to it. And then I can just put her answer up here. All right. All right, guys, I know that these are tough. And if you guys want me to answer any of them, just let me know. Say, Teacher Michael, please answer the first one or the third one. And I'll be more than happy to give you an answer as well. But of course, I always prefer fixing your answers because you guys have interesting lives that I would love to hear about. And interesting opinions that I would love to hear about. Okay, it looks like we got some. Chang, I'm going to put yours up, and then I'm going to go into Iantres answer. So what are various types of clothes within different cultures in human history? Okay, I like that. This would be something that you would see at the beginning of part 3. Okay. Why are there various types of clothes within different cultures? Ooh, within different cultures in human history. Yeah, that's a nice one. This is a really interesting question, Chang. I hope that someone answers it, or asks me to answer it. I like it. Okay. And Andre, as far as I'm concerned, it's not possible to judge an individual personality according to their dress they wear in. Almost perfect. And then the grammar at the end fell off a bit, but the idea is perfect. And that would go right here. As far as I'm concerned, it is not possible to judge an individual's personality according to their dress. So really all you need to do to fix this is get rid of it according to their dress. Yep, this is perfect. Now the thing is, the examiner is going to push you after you have your first answer. So this is a great answer. I'm not saying it's not a great answer, but the examiner will then ask you a question to keep pushing you, and they will probably say something like, then why do many people try to judge people based on their clothes? And then you will have to answer that new question. Or they may say, are there, let me put this above so it's not confusing. Are there any situations where it is possible to judge someone? So these are two different questions that they may ask you after you say this answer. This answer, great. Can you answer the next one? Challenge accepted. Nope, this is, it could be a part 1 question. I'm not gonna lie, this could be a part 1 question, but it feels more like a part 3 question. Yes. Like, sometimes part 1 questions are normally about you and your experiences and your opinions, and this is your opinion. But I think it works a little bit better as a part 3 question because it is a little bit abstract. Okay. Well, this answer was great as long as you fixed the grammar at the end. Yes. Oh man, 26. Keep studying hard, man. I have a feeling that you'll probably be okay, though. Okay. By the way, one thing that I do want to point out, he started with, as far as I'm concerned. He used it correctly in this situation because it's asking about your opinion. Do you think? Okay. But I want to tell everyone who's watching right now, please be careful. Do not only say these words because you know that they're good fluency markers. A lot of students use this inappropriately. They say this at the beginning of all of their answers, and it's not always appropriate. It's only appropriate when you're giving your opinion. So make sure you don't overuse this. Make sure you use it in the right situation, like this person did. This is the right situation. Okay. Let's keep going. Nihan says, is it possible to look good without spending lots of money on clothes? Ooh, that's more of a part 1 question. Is it? It's a good question. It feels like a part 1 question. Is it possible to look good without spending lots of money on clothes? Okay. If anyone wants to answer this in part 3, go ahead, because I like this question. Okay. It would be near the beginning, though, because it's not that abstract. Okay. Do you think that only human beings has a culture of clothing? Why? Oh man, Chang, all these deep questions. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then human beings have a culture of clothing. Yep. All right. Basically, keep reading. If your exam is in 10 days, I recommend that you read things like National Geographic. And this is advice just for everyone. National Geographic is a magazine, but the language and articles in this magazine are very similar to the kinds of things that you would see on the reading test. It also has a lot of ideas that you may want to steal for writing part 2. And, it doesn't have, for speaking part 3, it does have some ideas that you can steal for your own speaking. But with the test right around the corner, don't cram. Just keep learning at a regular rate. Take practice exams. Specifically, I highly recommend Cambridge 15. Do as many of these as you can, maybe one a day. This is a test made out of real test exams from Cambridge University Press, which are the people who make the IELTS exam. So last minute advice, that's what I can tell you. And of course, come here on Wednesday to see how Phil helps someone with their writing. And watch more of our videos. That's always good advice. Yeah, that's the best advice. Very unbiased. Okay. Let's keep going. Jalen, I agree. Many people are fashion victims. They choose fashion over comfort. Jalen, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. This is one point of contention. It's one thing that me and my girlfriend argue about, because I only care about comfort. I do not care what the clothes look like. While she thinks that how you look is extremely important. So let's see, which question were you answering? Jalen, if you wouldn't mind please saying the question that you're answering beforehand, that would help us out a lot. Okay. I agree. Many people are fashion victims. What are you answering, Jalen? Okay. Jalen, I'm not sure which question you're answering. Please tell me the question that you were trying to answer, and I'll write your answer up under there. Your grammar and vocab look good, but I want to make sure that you're answering the question directly. Okay. 16? Okay. So, in part 1, I guess? Speaking part 1? Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If you can just tell me the question itself, I will let you know if it's okay. Okay. So let's keep going with the others while Jalen's looking for that. In says, entering from the first one, question, there are some categories that have the name that comes from their way of dressing. White collars, for example. Ah, okay, I gotcha. So that's right here. Do you think the clothes we wear say something about who we are? Okay. Okay, I gotcha. Let me do ins first, and then we'll get back right to you, Jalen. And of course, for everyone who's watching, you guys can write down any questions or answers, or if you want me to answer one of these questions, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to answer one for you. Okay. So there are also some categories. Is this the beginning of your answer in? Did I miss something? Nope, this is the beginning. Okay. Hello, Tom. Welcome. Happy to see you. And Jalen, don't worry about it. No, Andre, bye. Good luck, Andre. Okay. So, yeah, Andre, you can try answering some of these questions. Be happy to help you out. Okay. Do you think that the clothes we wear say something about who we are? There are some categories of people. Okay. I'm going to fix the grammar a little bit. There are some categories of people that have a name that comes from their way of dress, from the way that they dress. White collars, for example. So white collars people who work are an excellent example of this. So yes, we can tell something about a person from what they wear. All right. So I should actually put this near the end because this is a really tricky one. Do you think that the clothes we wear say something about who we are? This is much more abstract of an answer than this. This is not wrong per se. If you said this as an answer, they won't be like, oh, you're answering the wrong question. But there is a much. Let me show you my answer, and hopefully that will help you guys out, because this is a really hard question to answer. Okay. Do you think the clothes we wear say something about who we are? Yes, I do. I think that a person who doesn't put much effort into their appearance is probably a messy, disorganized, and unreliable person. I think the opposite is true as well. However, I don't believe that this holds true in regards to how expensive our clothes are. I think that there are people who dress very nicely but are jerks. And there are people who don't have enough money for good clothes and are nice people. And vice versa. Okay, so there's two answers here. First answer and second answer. If you chose just one, it would be perfectly fine. And by the way, if my vocab is too high level, you guys, of course, can let me know, and I will explain different things, like holds true. I am more than happy to explain this. Yeah. So this is a very high level, difficult speaking part 3 question. If you guys were not able to answer it directly, I understand. This is not something you would get in the beginning. This is something you would get in the second or third part of this test. Okay. So, Raghav says, the reading articles you choose, where do you search that kind of reading? We analyzed a lot of IELTS readings, and we've both been teaching for a long time, and we made those readings. So the best place to get readings that are similar to the ones that you saw there, get this book. That's the best we can say. Luckily, this is 15, so there's also 14, 13, 12, and 11, and that's where you can get other resources like that. Yes. Okay. And yeah, do you guys have any more questions or answers that you would like to check, or you would like me to give you a high-level answer for? This is the time. Thank you, Cheng. Yep, I'd be more than happy to put an answer out for you. So why are there various types of clothes within different cultures in human history? Okay. That is a tough one. Okay. All right. And again, while I'm writing this, if you guys want to put your own answers somewhere in chat, I'd be more than happy to fix them as soon as I'm done answering this for Chang and the rest of you. So, why are there various types of clothes within different cultures in human history? I think this comes down to people wanting to be an individual and stand out from the rest. While many cultures had their clothes based on their environment, there was always going to be someone in the culture who changed the clothes they wore to be different from everyone else. Of course, if it ended up looking good, other people would copy them, which kind of defeated the point. I think this is the source of the huge variations that exist within the fashion of different cultures. Okay. Go ahead, take a minute to look over this. So I think this comes down to people wanting to be an individual and stand out from the rest. So this is my reason. This comes down to, nice turn of phrase right here. While many cultures had their clothes based on their environment, there was always going to be someone in the culture who changed the clothes they wore. By the way, the clothes they wore, this is a piece of grammar. We use the here because we're saying they wore. When you have a relative clause that's describing a noun, the noun will always have the because you're saying which one. The clothes they wore to be different from everyone else. Of course, if it ended up looking good, other people would copy them, which kind of defeated the point. I think this is the source of the huge variations that exist within fashions of different cultures. Okay. And this is just my idea. Do you guys have any other ideas about why within one culture there's different clothes? Another thing that you could be talking about is maybe children as children grew up into teenagers, they didn't want to look like their parents. So they came up with new fashions that differentiated them from their parents. Thus, new fashion and styles were born within the same culture. By the way, differentiated is a very nice verb that you guys can pick up. Which one do you think is true? And of course, if anyone else has any more that they want to share, I'd be more than happy to help make it perfect for you. Don't be shy, this is a safe place. Okay, I'm going to wait one more minute, and then if no one has any more that they would like to have a question or an answer, I think we're probably going to call it for tonight. This is the end of the stream, which also means that it's Q&A time. If you guys have any questions about me or about the IELTS exam or about the channel or anything at all, I'd be more than happy to share. Okay, it looks like ABCI is about to put an answer. Let's see how she did. Okay. All right. Do your clothes influence our mood? Do our clothes influence our mood? Here. I believe so. One reason for this is because our feelings are easily affected by the surroundings events. You would probably need to say what the surrounding events are, like people complimenting you. So I would change this to our surroundings. This is similar to the fact that one may feel a bit down when it's raining outside. Okay, nice. After that little change, yeah, this is a beautiful high-level answer. Nice. There are chances there is a chance that dark color shirts bring a sense of sorrowness to a certain group of people. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna have another answer here, kind of inspired by what ABCI said, which is, I believe so. If you look in the mirror and like what you see, of course you're going to feel more confident and therefore feel better about yourself. Likewise, if you can't stand what you see in the mirror, be it your outfit or your makeup, just as an example, you're likely not to have a good day. All right. So this is a little bit more of a personal answer, but both answers are perfectly fine. ABCI, thank you so much for sharing that. You guys have been great. And what's your favorite song, ABCI? I'm glad that maybe I should go into songwriting. Apparently, I would be great at it. And Tom has one as well. Okay. Tom, clothes can influence our mood in a way that we can feel the need. Okay, so clothes influence our mood. Yep. Okay, let me put Tom's up here. Just 1 second. All right. So clothes can influence our mood in a way that we can feel. Clothes can influence our mood in a way that we can... This is where I'm getting a bit lost. That we can feel the need for colorful clothes in winter. Okay. I think we just need to change the relative pronoun. Clothes can influence our mood in a way. Period. We can feel the need for colorful clothes in winter, or choose calm colors in a stressful environment. Okay, yeah, we fixed it. All we needed to do was add that period. One thing that a lot of people have trouble with is they try to put everything into these super long, complex sentences. Yes, having a complex sentence that's correct will raise your grammar score, but sometimes you just need to remember one idea, one sentence. 2 ideas, 2 sentences. So yeah, this is really good. Yeah, we can feel the need for colorful clothes. I like that. That's quite high level. Or choose calm colors in a stressful environment. Yeah, nice. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Great job, Tom. And Chang has one as well. Apparently, I just needed to give you guys time to think. You guys are on fire here. This is great. My Chemical Romance. I also like that group. Okay. And let me just put Chang's up here. The weird thing about me and music is that I never actually pay attention to the lyrics. Like, there's a really... One of my favorite songs is by the Cranberries. Zombie. And when I first listened to it, like a lot of the time when I was listening to it, I highly recommend you guys listen to this. It's the first one, the Cranberries Zombie. Okay. When I first listened to it, I just thought it was like a nice upbeat piece of music, and I would listen to it and it'd be great. And then one day I watched the music video, and then I listened to the lyrics, and it was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Yes, me, this big 6'2" guy, crying my eyes out. This was only like last year or 2 years ago, because of this song. Still my favorite song, but it makes you feel things. Okay, let's look at Chang's answer. Is it possible to look good without spending lots of money on clothes? Yes, I believe it is possible. The main reason is that the elements of to look good can't be decided exclusively by how to look good. Okay, sorry, that was just me copying wrong. Can't be decided exclusively by okay, yep. By how good the clothes are, but also how one wears. Okay, so the main reason the elements of to look good can't be decided exclusively by clothes. By how good the clothes are. Sorry, I might have copied it wrong. Let me double check. Okay. So is that elements of to look good can't be decided exclusively by how good the clothes are. Period. Equally important is how the clothes are being worn. And who is wearing it. Which is not tradable by money, which is not something you can buy. Moreover, the collocation of the cloth. Collocation of the clothes or collocation of the cloth? I don't know if we can use collocation this way. Be careful. We might. I've only ever used collocation with language. It might be able to be used this way. I've never heard it that way. And the person matter. The assemblage of the clothes. What would we say? Give me 1 second. I'm going to go ask an expert. Would you ever say the collocation of the clothes? The assemblage of the clothes matter? The assemblage of the clothes matter? Does that sound like good? Yeah, or no, like the way that the clothes go together. The collection of the clothes matter? Okay. Okay. Moreover, the collocation of the clothes. Moreover, I know what you're trying to say. This is not exactly the same. The arrangement of the clothes and the person matter. I know what you're trying to say. This isn't exactly the right thing, but I'm not sure exactly how to say it. And neither does the expert. Okay. Who is wearing them? Yes. So who is wearing them is the person. So this is who is wearing them. Yes. Okay. By the way, one thing that I really want to point out are these things, which is not something you can buy. This is the kind of thing that I want you guys to start learning and noticing when you're watching your TV shows and reading your books. Because this is how we say it naturally in English. And this is very different from how a lot of languages would express it. So whenever I see these things, I will point them out to you. All right, guys, you guys have been great. You guys have been on fire. Thank you so much for sticking around for the entire live stream. You guys are the best. Unfortunately, this does bring us to the end. Thank you so much for stopping by. I want to remind you guys that we are having the next stream on Wednesday, not on Saturday. And it will be Phil. So you guys will get to chat with Phil. He may copy my structure. He may come up with a new structure. We'll find out. I hope you guys say hi to Phil for me. And the mock exam will be about clothes. Yes. Okay, guys. I hope you have a great day as well. Jalen, you just came up with one right at the end. Oh no. Jalen, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave you hanging this time, but you've done great today, Jalen. Thank you so much for putting these out there. If you remind me next time, we'll take a quick look and I'll answer that for you and fix it up for you. All right, guys. I thank you. I hope that this was helpful. Again, remember, if you liked it, hit like, hit subscribe. If you aren't already, share it. This is the thing that will help us the most. Yeah, you guys have been awesome, and say hi to Phil to me on Wednesday. Oh, one last thing. Don't forget, We have a very active Discord channel filled with people who are looking for speaking partners. So if you guys want to use these words, practice them with each other, go on the Discord and say, hey, anyone want to chat? And I promise you, someone will be there looking to chat. All right, guys, thanks for coming in, and I will see you guys in the future. Bye, everybody.